The ISIS video, the beheading of American journalist James Foley, released by the Jihadist militants. U.S. intelligence now saying that video is authentic, so horrific that we will not show that video here. And now reaction to Foley's execution resonating across America. Hello everyone, I'm Bazi Kanani in Washington. President Obama is expected to make a statement shortly about the death of James Foley. The war reporter had not been seen since his capture in Syria in 2012. First, let's go now live to Antoinette Antonio of our Boston affiliate WCVB. Antoinette is joining us from Rochester, New Hampshire, where the family of James Foley attends church. Antoinette, thanks for being here. What's happening there in the community today?
Bazi, good afternoon. We are here at the Our Lady of the Holy Rosary Church here in Rochester, New Hampshire. I can tell you it's actually very quiet right now, but we did get a chance to speak with the Foley family pastor, who is a priest here at this church, Father Paul Goss, and he said during Mass this morning, he explained to the community how he understands this is a big international event, but how hard this hits this community of 30,000 people. During Mass this morning, he stressed that this is a time that they really need to be a strong community for the Foley family. And as you can understand, everyone just thinking about this being such a senseless tragedy, losing this man who everyone had really been hoping would come home for the past 2 years.
Well, we know that James Foley was a fearless war correspondent. What else are you learning about him?
James Foley moved here to Rochester, New Hampshire. His parents still live here in Rochester. And as a matter of fact, I just learned that they will be speaking to the media in just a little bit. But after he moved on from Rochester, he went on to college. He also went on to teach. Journalism was not his first career, but then he did turn to journalism later on in his life, working for Global Post out of Boston. And he was working for Global Post when he went missing in Syria back in 2012.
And Antoinette, we read what James Foley's mother posted on Facebook. Have you been able to speak to any of the family members yet?
Bazi, we did speak with Diane Foley earlier this morning. It was very brief. It was just a couple of minutes. We approached the Foley family home not too far away from this church. She came down the driveway. She had tears in her eyes, as you can understand. She asked at that point in time and said that they would speak when they were ready to speak with the media, which we understand will be happening sometime soon. And something that was really poignant about that moment is that she gave each one of us reporters a hug. She was crying, she had tears in her eyes, and she did say to us, we can just pray that we can be as strong as Jim before walking back up to the home.
We can only imagine what a very difficult time it is for that family. Antoinette Antonio from our Boston affiliate WCVB, thanks so much for joining us there in Rochester, New Hampshire. And President Obama is expected to make a statement shortly, again on the execution of James Foley. We will be carrying those comments live, so you can keep up with this story in real time by downloading the ABC News app and starring this story for exclusive updates while you're on the go. For now, I'm Bazi Kanani in Washington.